Eddie, these two sent our viewers, though, into meltdown with their tantalising Argentine tango. In fact, it's a little bit embarrassing. Look, they haven't stopped staring at each other ever since.
You have wonderful intensity. It captured me completely.
You're very feminine, but extremely powerful. Made me rather hot under the collar.
There's so much detail that you put into that. Fantastic.
Here's Ranvir and Gio. The atmosphere last Saturday night was absolutely electric. I was sitting at home in isolation, wrapped in my dressing gown, going, well, this is a bit steamy, darling. This is a bit steamy. It was such a great dance. How did you find it?
It was... I found it helpful that it was at the end of the show because it took quite a lot of... more focus than other dances in a way to really sort of knuckle down to just being really singular, if that makes sense. It was just literally... It had to be, as Shirley said, it was literally just about me and him. It had to be in order for that particular story to tell itself. So, yeah, so, I mean, it was amazing to do. And actually, I looked a bit shocked after the end because I actually had no idea how it had gone.
You really did.
And I think, yeah, I just sort of came out of it and I was like, what just happened?
But looking at the end of the dance, I mean, Gio, I mean, we need to talk about this. I mean, there's close, and then there's literally close.
Which is good.
This is passion for the art.
That's passion because, you know, Argentine tango requires passion. There is no... There's Argentine tango without passion is just boring. It's very boring. So for me, I love Argentine tango. And, you know, selling a story, you know, it's very important, especially when you dance. That one required that, and it's fine.
And that's what we got. Yeah. But it sent daytime people into a flutter. I mean, it's been talk of the town this week. Lorraine, actual Dame Lorraine of Kelly, said it was sensual. Charlotte Hawkins thought it was sensational. Piers said you smouldered. And for some reason, Ben Shepherd expects you to do this dance at Downing Street. Do you know what he means by that?
I don't know. I'm in a big, thick coat with my cameraman. It's not quite the same thing. I'm not going to lie.
We're talking about the tier system, but first, here's an Argentine tango.
Leg up, hang on, leg up.
I mean, it'd liven up the daily briefings, let's be honest. We had, as well, which we all love as a viewer, our first talk back of the series, ladies and gentlemen, the judges, yes. I mean, you weren't happy with Craig's bent leg hold. Was you?
Again, it's Craig. We love Craig. I think it's just interpretation. You know? Sometimes some people like the bent leg, some people like the straight leg. I know the strength of my partner, so what I have to do, I have to make sure that she looks amazing. So in that particular moment, I think she looked better with a bent leg. Obviously, they don't know. They only see the performance on the Saturday night, so they just judge about what they like.
But that's sticking up for your partner as well. I mean, that's what a partnership's all
about.
about.
Of course.
But Ranvir, I mean, you gave attitude throughout that performance. I mean, where do you draw that from when it comes down to doing a dance like this?
Because he basically will kill me if I don't do it. No, it is. But also, it really was just... it's just drilling it, isn't it? Like, with every dance has its own story, every song has its own story. This week is the same. And so, and he always says, look, it's performance value. You know, it's about giving people a performance, about bringing them in for those 2 minutes to make them feel something. So you've got to leave people feeling something. And sometimes it's romantic, sometimes it's all a bit smouldery. Sometimes it's other things, you know, or it can be uplifted, or it can be emotional, it can be anything. But dancing is an expression of emotion, ultimately, through your body. And so you have to express that emotion through your body.
And that's what you said as well when you say you were watching the show, and you remember always, you know, when you see a routine that really, you know, involved the emotion more than, you know, technical. Because, you know, it's never, as Alice said before, you're never going to get a technical dance, perfect technical dance on Strictly Come Dance. You have 3 days to learn a full routine, you know, with the music. So what you have to do, really enjoy yourself. That's what you have to do.
You say you're not going to get a perfect dance. We can't not mention the fact Ranvir got her first 10 of the series.
Thank you, Anton.
What was going through your mind when you saw 1 and 0?
I was absolutely thrilled. We were both completely...
You looked so shocked.
Yeah, I was really shocked. Also because I sort of slightly I never know at the end of the dance whether it's gone well or not. I'm just so, like, in it. I don't. And he's like, well done. I'm like, really? I'm like, really?
Are you lying?
Yeah, that's it though, isn't it?
True, though. Yeah. It's true. We finished the dance. I'm like, well done, that was great. Are you sure you will do it again? You will do it again?
I'll watch it back on Catch Up tomorrow.
On the Wednesday. She watch it back on the Wednesday.
Well, look, that was last week. We need to talk about this week because you're going to be dancing the American Smooth Foxtrot. You're going to be dancing to this. Excellent tune. That Gio, I'm a little bit confused because what's the difference between an American smooth foxtrot and a foxtrot?
Well, American smooth foxtrot, you're allowed to do lift and you're allowed to break the holds longer than the usual foxtrot.
Right.
You know, in the foxtrot you have to maintain, it's a ballroom dance, so you have to maintain more. But when you do, again, American smooth give you a chance to tell a story easier because you're allowed to break a hold and lift your partner.
Right.
Well, that is the challenge. I find it harder.
You find it harder?
But that's
harder, yeah. But that's the point. I mean,
How's
it's a
training
challenge.
been this week?
It's been good, actually. I've really enjoyed learning
great.
it. Now, I've really enjoyed learning it, but, you know, the challenge has been, obviously there's lifts to do.
Yeah.
So you've got to get those right. But also, for me, the hardest thing is the difference is getting in and out of frame. So he goes, your frame's great when you're in it, but it's sort of, you're soft and romantic, and then it's like straight into frame, and you've got to be perfect.
So it's almost two separate dances in your head.
It feels like that, absolutely.
Two different characters.
Yeah.
Well, we cannot wait to see it. We're sure you're going to smash it out of the park, just like you did last weekend. We wish you the best of luck. It's Ranvir and Gio, everyone. Good luck. Well, there you go. That is us done for another day, but do not stress because tomorrow it is a little party Friday because I'm going to be chatting with the lovely Harvey and Jeanette. Craig Revel-Horwood is going to be dropping by, and I've got a cracking Friday panel. Drag Race star Blue Hydrangea, Mike Bushell's going to be here, and Susie Ruffle. Plus, guess who's here? Ronan Keane. What more do you want? See you tomorrow. Night-night.